Hello everyone and welcome back once again to Ruston Island. Now, you're probably looking at this and thinking, well, I don't remember any of this, and that is because I am re-recording this intro. Unfortunately, long story short, I had an issue with internet. I should have been getting a brand new full fibre high-speed internet installed. They let me down, they booked for the next day, they let me down again, said that they couldn't come out because an engineer had already attended in the last 24 hours and moved the appointment to the 27th of August, which unfortunately would have been when I'm back at work. So I said, I can't do this. They went, well, we can't move it, so you're having the appointment tough. If you don't, we'll charge you. So I went, okay, well, cancel. Well, we can't cancel now because you're out of your cooling down period. I was like, well, you haven't installed anything yet, so I'm not. But unfortunately, I booked it 3 weeks ago. So I thought, okay, I'll look for an alternative. And one of the fourth utility people did say, oh, you can, if you find an alternative, then we'll cancel it. Well, I tried to find an alternative. No one could take me on because it was already booked as an in-progress change before futility. Went back and forth, they still won't budge, and long story short, I've had to re-sign with PlusNet, and the only way they could do it was if I re-signed with them. The reason I wanted to move away from PlusNet is they're not offering full fibre. So I am stuck on my really slow thing for another 12 months. However, they have said that they are looking at bringing full fibre to the area. As soon as that's available, I can upgrade to that. So that's where we're at. Folks, sorry this video is later than planned. But, well, you've got a whole lot to look forward to. So I'm going to run the entrance video and we'll get into it. Okay, as fun as it is to be going along with our train here and heading away from Merchford, we've got a lot to do. So let's head back here and getting how to control things for a second. But yeah, let's head back here and start to build. Now I am going to go into time lapse because there's hours of building ahead of us. Want to try and keep this industry flowing somehow. Yeah, that track there is infuriating. But I think we can do it. We're going to remodel all of this somehow. Station being there isn't great, but yeah, I reckon we can definitely do this, folks. So without further ado, let's jump into the time lapse. Well, that was a furious hour and 45 minutes for me. I mean, it's going to be a lot less for you guys, but yeah. What a run, what a rush. So what have we achieved in our time? Well, got this guy in, and he's just going to run up and down, in and out, around here. Is he waiting? No path. Right, okay. Manage line. There. Need to add that one in. And that should fix his issues. Hopefully. There we go. Right, he's on his way. He knows what he's doing now. Yeah, he's going to run around. But more importantly, what have we done? So we've added this road in here. And yes, it would have been a very expensive build back in the day. Would they have had it upraised? I'm not sure. But the reason I've done it is because I want this. And yes, I do need to put in some pillars here and here to support all this. Don't really want that piece of bridge there. What I want, though, I can't really have at the moment. And I'm sure that someone has made one. But what I'm looking for is some kind of bow bridge. Right? Maybe I... Oh. Maybe I should click on it first. And that's too much. Possibly. Let's put that in for now. Still need to put some columns in, but yeah, I would like some kind of bow girder bridge there. But moving on, we have a whole host of complicated track work. So we still have this curve around here. I've made these dead end tracks now. And I do want to have something running in and out of them at some point. I just think that would be cool. So it should come out every line into our passenger station that is going to expand and get out onto our main, which is this track. This is our freight, and it does seem counterproductive to bring the freight over here to then cross it over to go over here. And I would agree with that. However, when we have freight that is bypassing the steel mill, I'm going to have more lines run through here. And they will eventually go through here. Passenger lines will move over and be on more platforms here, and so on and so forth. So it will make sense further down the line. But anyway, I have expanded out here. We are now two-tracked all the way, coming out to here, which is where we had a passing loop before. Which just shows how much scenery we've got to do on this. I mean, our iron mine isn't actually that far away from Merchford when you think about it, realistic terms. But, you know, there's our farm we started adding into last time. I did say that I was considering a railway line in here. I'm not going to do it. It just seems too close realistically. And when we get road vehicles that aren't horse-drawn, we're going to have less vehicles on there anyway. And one thing I do need to do is add in the no-flip mod. So at the moment, this guy, look, comes down. Comes to a stop here, which is awesome. Then he flips around, goes out along here. And what I want to do is have him not flipping, just reverse down there, reverse down this track, and just generally moseying on around and on his way. Now, eventually, don't know how, but the plan is to curve the tracks around here as well. In fact, can I do that now? Could you pause your noise for a second while I figure this out? Because, yeah, maybe I have built this too close. Right, hang on. Let's see if I can do this. If we have, don't care about too much slope. Okay. What are we doing around here? You know, I can live with those speeds. 35. Can I get them up a bit more? We're doing a minimum of 40 all the way through? Yes. Excellent. Right, bring that off. Right, 39 there. Okay. That's fine. What I'm going to need to do is bring this out something like that. Yeah. Let's plunk that in there. Get rid of our offending bush here. If I can find the dang thing. There. Because we can't have that in the way. Right, so train comes along here. He's got access. That part of the yard. He's not got access to this part. Right. What we're going to need is... I really wish I wasn't doing it on such a tight curve, but... Right, so train's come in, come out. He's going to come out. Ooh. This could be really awkward. Oh, no. No. Hang on. Going to allow it. Right. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that job. Signals. One way, yes. And there we go. Cool. So that's a smorgasbord signals through there, but it does mean that we should all be covered. Question's going to be if this train waiting here sees that that's clear. Can I? No. Left hand times 1. Yeah. I think that'll help just enough to keep an eye on it and see if that causes problems with trains coming here, stopping, what have you. Don't think it will, but the train can come. You know what? Whilst I'm thinking of it, go ahead and one way, no. Fix that one in a minute. You. No. There we go. Everything should still be working. Yes. Trains are working. Trains are running everywhere. Excellent. What we need now is to do some upgrades along here. But that is one of the things I can do off screen. We do have our dock still to go in here. I have got waylaid. I realise that, but we will get to it. If I get a chance between this video and next, I will dual track our main line all the way down to McAlpine. And I'll try and fill in some scenery here. Either get our farm all the way over to the trees and all this area, because we're going to need it. And do I have freight coming into Brush? So I'm wondering whether... Yeah, it's going to clog up town though. What I was thinking is have a freight train, have the farm send the stuff over to Ruston, freight train from Ruston into here, and it's gonna... Oh no, maybe not. If I put a drop-off point here, the road vehicles just could, yeah, use this route. Not going to affect anything. Drop off at the bakery. And 184 food, look, be delivered around town. Manage vehicles, because clearly not. Providing enough vehicles. So, where's our road depot? Here. Bye. This is getting longer than I planned. Right. Much for food. Go. supply the town with food. Because, yeah, 50%. We want our town to grow. We also need to get our fire being delivered. Do we have fire? No, we have no oil whatsoever, do we? Farm of it. Oh, we do. Okay, I'm gonna do all of this. Get this sorted between episodes. Now I remember why we need the docks. So next episode is going to be all about our docks and harbour. We can start shipping our fuel over here and get that supplied. And then in a few weeks we need to get these active. We can get bricks over to Ruston. Get that growing. So yeah. Alright, let me know what you think, guys. Are you happy with how I've done this yard? Does it seem like a lot of work for not a lot of progress? Are you happy or unhappy that I've added Merchford Gate? I figured personally a second town that's all sort of commercial and industry over here would help supplement Merchford. But yeah, interesting to hear your thoughts. I mean, oh my days, look at all these travelling. Right, we definitely need to get public transport going at some point. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video, guys. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.